So menu selling. How do you properly use a menu? I'm going to tell you how I recommend you properly use a menu. First thing you got to do is you got to get ready for the customer. Before the customer comes in, you got to be all ready. You got to have everything ready electronically. If that means you got to set your menu up, or if you have to get your deal set up to print your forms, you got to have that ready to go. You have to have all your necessary forms that you pulled that you're going to have the customer sign up on. That's all forms. Every product that you sell. Because you know what happens when you don't take a product form out? What have you just done? I'm not going to sell that one. Credit Life and Disability, that's one of the products that doesn't get sold the most. Many times, and most of the time doesn't get taken out of the drawer. Because we don't plan on selling it ahead of time. It's no different than people come to Las Vegas. I bet you about everybody in here already knew what they're going to lose before they even got here. Because you already decided on it, right? I got $500. Once I'm done, I'm done. You can't limit it. So, you got to properly approach the customer. You bring the customer in, you sit them down, and what you want to do first is break the ice, break preoccupation. Have to get the customer to think or say, why must I listen to you? Folks, first, I got everything ready to go. I'm going to get you out of here as quickly as possible, because the first thing they're thinking is I'm going to be in here forever. Okay? I'm going to get you out of here as quickly as possible. Okay? I got everything in the computer ready to go. Got all my forms pulled right here. I'm ready to go. We're going to get you out of here. But before we get started, I want to thank you for your business. I want to thank you for your business. We appreciate the fact that you bought that bike from us, because we know you had a choice. You had a choice to buy from us or somebody else. You chose us. We appreciate that. But you know what's more important to us? What's more important to us is that you come back and buy your next bike and your next bike and your next bike from us, that you send your family and friends in, that you use our parts and accessories department, our state-of-the-art service department. We want to be your power sports dealership for all your needs. So I broke the ice a little bit. Break the ice with them. Why do I do it that way? I got tired of talking about the weather. And it takes too long to talk about the weather. Now I'm ready to sell. I says, now, what we found is, whether that happens or not, whether you send your family and friends, buy your bikes from us or not, come in here for parts and accessories, what we found is whether that happens is, part of it has to do with the bike, but it mostly has to do with how you're treated while you're here. My part of that process is the financial process. When you walk out of here, you need to be able to say a couple things. Number one, I was prompt. Number one, I was efficient. Number three, I was straightforward. The most important thing you need to be able to say is that I've described the financial benefits that are available to you, and I'm going to take a couple quick minutes of your time to go over those benefits. May I do that, please? Who's going to say no to that? Now, at least I got their attention. I just told them how much I loved them. Now we present. Presentation should be a process to qualify the customer to buy. Give them some information, ask some questions, and listen. Give them some information, ask some questions, and listen. Go through all the product presentations you have to sell. Try to package it so that it's done so you don't have to do a lot of presentations. If you're selling multiple products, you might put them in package presentations. Then you get to the end. You say, folks, you got some choices to make. Let me show you your choices. Pull the menu out. At that point, I can pull the menu out. And I show them the choices. That's the way I show people how to use the menu. Because now I've sold the value and benefit of the products already, right? Because if I just throw the menu out in front of them, my personal opinion, there's many that will argue with me, but if I just throw the menu out in front of them, what's the first thing they look at? Payments. How cheap can I get off? That's what's discouraged people from using menu before, is because they do that. They set it in front of a customer, and then the customer, first thing they want to talk about is, oh, what's that, House? And what's that? They don't want to listen to the presentation. They get a chance to sell any value. And I talked earlier about the electronic. I believe that's the way to go. It's the most flexible way to go, because if a person changes their mind, they say, well, I want to put $500 cash down. If I got a pre-done menu up, then I got to restart over. The other thing about Power Sports is unique. Some units we sell, you can't sell all the products. You may not be able to sell a tire and wheel product. I want to have a menu where I can get infinite menu templates, so I can choose whatever I want to do for that particular deal. And also, I have flexibility. As I'm going through the sale, I have a flexibility that I can change the positioning if I want to, if I use electronic. Can't do that with a manual. That's why I'm a strong believer in it. That's why I built one. Because I'm an F&I trainer by trade. That's what I do. But when I saw where menu selling was going, I saw the success of it. I said, how can we make this work? And compliance, of course. So you got to have the right selling system. Geometric growth and F&I. You have to optimize every one of these areas. The next area is set the deal up the right way. The dealer must mandate. Part of his mandate or her mandate must be 100% TO, period. Well, you can't. It's not realistic, Ron. We sell some deals on the phone. It's not realistic. Or F&I people have told me, I'm not going to take a turn on the phone. Well, you know what you did if you don't take a turn on the phone? You may have lost an opportunity, but you know what you did even more important than that? You just gave the sales staff an excuse. You gave them an excuse. Because now, every time they don't want to turn over, what do they tell you? Sold it on the phone. And if you think if your sales staff aren't selling bikes on the phone, what does that tell you? They're not following up. If they never close a deal on the phone, they're not following up, period. All deals are not consummated at point of sale, are they? So, turnover, 100% of the time. Set the deal up the right way. Sell the right products. Have to sell a variety of products. That's what a menu does help you out with that. But you want to sell products that are win-win. You want to sell a product that is a win for the customer and a win for the dealer. I mean, the service contract is probably the biggest win-win we have, isn't it? And we probably do the best on it. But it's a win for the customer. Bike breaks down, it's taken care of. It's a win for the dealer. How many people get paid on a service contract in a dealership? F&I, dealer, service, parts, sales in many cases, sales management in many cases. You can't find a product other than the bike itself that pays more people. So you need to sell products that are win-win, and you need to have a variety. You can't sell one or two and be successful. People may not want that one or two. But there's a skill set involved in learning to sell multiple products. So if you never did it, get some training on it. There's a skill set. Because you get that situation of wearing the customer out. At what point have I worn the customer out? I'm offering one product and another product and another product. Some automobile dealers, they sell 9 products. How do you do that? Well, you certainly don't do it step selling one at a time, do you? Hey, folks, come on in. We'll sit down. I just got 9 things to tell you about. If I'm selling 5 or 6, I'm going to try to break them out some way into packages. Maybe I make a service contract with a tire and wheel upgrade as one package. I can still split them out on the menu, right? Gives me the flexibility to do that. Geometric growth in F&I. You need win-win, products that are win-win. But you got to sell the right products. And you got to have enough products to sell. You have to have the right training program. The right training program. It amazes me. Many people that get into the sales business, they don't think they got to get trained. And it is amazing because, sales drives the economy, doesn't it? Sure. And sales is the oldest profession, isn't it? Right? Yeah. Yes, it is. That's the form of sales. No, it's the form of sales. Come on. It's the oldest profession. Except for we don't think we got to get trained. We go to our doctor. If you went to your doctor and your doctor said, hey, got to tell you, it ain't looking good. Here's what I found out. And he gives you the diagnosis, and you say to him, you look and say, Doc, that doesn't sound good. That sounds grim. He says, well, is that one of the leading medical practices that you've just discovered from your studying the profession? And your doctor looks at you and go, well, no. I mean, I went to med school, and it's 20. But, it's take care of one person, take care of another. What would you do? You go find another doctor, right? If you go to your lawyer, you ever notice you go to your lawyer and they got all them books behind them? You notice that? Yeah? Usually people shake their head, yes. Then then they divulge the fact they've been to several lawyers. But no, not you. You go to your lawyer, there's no books behind them, right? Well, and you look and you go, hey, excuse me, I just wondered, this is a pretty I'm up on murder here, but I noticed you don't have any of them books behind you like most attorneys do that I've been to. Why is that? Oh, I don't need that. I passed the law exam, passed the bar. What are you going to do? You're going to go get another lawyer, right? But us salespeople, we figure we just are naturals at it. We just learn and we're just good at it. We just practice makes perfect. No, what happens with practice is the customers retrain you. Whether you're selling the bikes or whether you're doing the F&I, they will retrain you over time. They'll convince you that there's no value in a tire and wheel program. Just give them some time. They will convince you. You got to continuously reinforce, continuously sharpen the saw. Must. That's the sixth point to get geometric growth in F&I.